What's up, guys? Miss Nostradamus here to do the Aquarius Sun and Rising tarot spread for the Aquarius season. So, just kind of re-emphasizing the neurotic Aquarian theme, trauma theme, more or less. The cards that I pulled was the Indolence card with Pisces to gain in Venus and Virgo, and Worry card, which is associated with Taurus as well as Mercury. The Dominion card, Mars and Aries, and the Abundance card, Jupiter and Mercury, and then the Truth card, which is Jupiter as well. So I translated this actually as being a neurotic shit fit. I don't even have to, do a reality check and downplay this. You're well aware of that. Even the most, lack of awareness in Aquarius archetypes notice at some point or another that there's usually some sort of side effects or repercussions of them being a little bit neurotic. So unfortunately, during this Aquarius season, we did have that Leo lunar eclipse. The polarity phenomenon with medical astrology is it's going to directly affect or basically project all of its traumatic or malefic influences on the polarity sign, which is Aquarius. So that just happened. The traumatic effects will directly impact anybody who's an Aquarius Sun Rising, and specifically if you happen to have an Aquarius Mercury, it's going to definitely fuel the psychosomatic sort of thing. So you need a reality check. You need to outline like a to-do list, because the indolence thing is emphasizing a lack of preparation, either for yourself or people around you. The emphasis with the second house, the fourth house, and the eighth house would insinuate that you're worrying about other people as well as yourself. It's very kind and compassionate of you, but you need to take care of yourself first. And if it's somebody nearest and dearest to you, like your home core family, then get them on board with this, especially if they're well aware of your potential psychosomatic freakouts. Then they should be well aware, and at least even if let's say in theory, like just put it out there that this is all in your head more or less. Even if they're helping to alleviate it by doing some sort of to-do list preparation thing. So whatever you're freaking out about, because it could be tons of things. I mean, Aquarius, Uranus, and is known for being eccentric and weird. So I mean, you could be freaking out about like the flu pandemic. You could be freaking about like your finances. You could be freaking about the end of the world. Whatever it actually is, like think of what you could do, even little or great, that you could write on a to-do list to make you at least feel better. Because the key to this is that the intense signatures going on, and with your capacity to really cause mental or physiological health repercussions because of your psychosomatic, psyching yourself out thing. It's really important for you to calm down, because stress is actually the number one killer with health things too. So if the thing you're freaking out about is primarily to do with health, then you definitely need to find a way to cope with that. Do some meditation, do some breathing, just sit, for 20 minutes a day in silence or with quiet music, burn some sage, something like that. So you need to be aware that better prepare for whatever you're fixated on, because the level of substantial psychosomatic harm of Uranus or Aquarius archetype can develop, plus an eclipse during the Aquarius season could be extremely damaging to your mental and physiological health. I already emphasized on that. So for the karmic cards, I pulled the South Node in Virgo in the 7th house. So your shortcomings or your habitual past behavior that's not necessarily constructive, specifically to do with the mind or your health, in the 7th house. The repercussions of actually your past bad habits or habitual behavior that is potentially harmful to you is essentially going to be the forefront of this. So on a spiritual level, you're supposed to remember that serving of others is in a diplomatic way. So remember too that if you're worried all over the board, make sure you take care of yourself first, and at least vocalize to the people that are nearest and dearest to you that you're worried about them, and in some way, shape, or form, they should either comply and listen to you and or support you in some way, shape, or form to reassure you and calm down your anxiety. And on a mental or psychological level, reconsidering the details of relationships is evident. So again, You might be paranoid about actual associations and relations with other people, because the eighth house as well as the second house are both emphasized, and those are associated with relations, bonds, and intimacy as well. And the physiological or mundane would be, now is not the time, do what you must do, and get a fair deal. Or just calm down in general. A fair deal would be to, yeah, reflect, reassess. In fact, I should read the reflecting cards. So on a spiritual level, there will not be methods for the healing power of balance. And on a mental and psychological level, anxiety about the analyzing of cooperation. So it seems like this is going to be perhaps a theme for some Aquarius archetypes with a conflict of interest, or basically not getting along in general and being cohesive. It seems like a similar theme to like what Virgo is going through right now. On a physiological or mundane level, the trouble resulting from the perfectionism of your partners. So it seems like a lot of this might tie into domestic. Again, these kind of themes can manifest in multiple different ways, depending on, any particular sun, Aquarius sign, or rising, because that's the beauty of natal charts being really diverse and individualistic. But yeah, in general, just whatever you're fixated on, whatever you're freaking out about and having a neurotic shift about, find a way to cope. Calm down. If you actually need some genuine advice and you want some constructive advice, or even maybe a medical, astrological consultation, then we can go ahead and discuss that, and I can actually give you some therapeutic remedies and recipes and stuff like that if it gets to that level. Yeah, good luck, and try to breathe, calm down, and you'll be fine.